Welcome back to the show, and yes, you're about to meet our corporate game changer. Don't forget to join the conversation on our social media platforms at the BWG Show. This corporate game changer is special. Tayo Osiyemi is a business development specialist and the deputy managing director at SKLD, formerly known as SchoolKids. He's a certified project management professional who has worked across several business functions in his career. Tayo has transactional experience in various industries, including garment manufacturing, auto trading, audio engineering, and property development. This person has practically done it all. Please welcome on set of Binging With GameChangers, Tayo Osiyemi! Hey, you're welcome. It's good to have you on the show. Please have a seat. Wow. Garment manufacturing, auto trading, engineering, this, only you. We're honored to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, I have lots of questions because you have a very special resume. You know, I mean, I think you're the poster boy of what every employee wants to achieve in their lifetime, which is, and I'll tell you why. Tayo joined SKLD in 2013 as the Chief Operating Officer.
That's correct.
And today, just about 2 years ago, he's risen to the position of not just director now, he's now a shareholder in the company he's working for. Isn't that fabulous? I think, yes, that's fabulous.
Thank you.
I think it's fair to say that that's the dream of almost everyone getting a job, that they can give it their all and it is recognized and rewarded with not just salary, but probably ownership. So tell us, there's a lot to learn from you. How were you able to gain the confidence of the founder? Because in these climes, like in Nigeria, Africa, it's not common. Entrepreneurs don't let go, just like that. You must have done some things right. Tell us, please.
Okay, thank you very much for having me on the show. I think gaining the confidence of the founder starts, first of all, with the founder and the mindset of this founder. I think one of the challenges, generally speaking, about entrepreneurs trusting people is that they don't, acknowledge the fact that there are people out there who actually truly want to commit themselves 100%, to other people's work and truly give their best. So I think the mindset of the founder and that sense of confidence, that the founder has. By the way, the founder is Mrs. Temulola Adepetun, who.
Let's clap for her. I think she deserves to be appreciated. Yeah.
I recall meeting her in 2013 while the job was being advertised for, and that entire conversation was pretty natural. We hit it off in terms of connecting with each other, even from the interview when she asked things around how are you going to manage joining a team that already basically reports to me. How are you going to be able to bring that team together? And one of the things I told her is, look, I need to gain the confidence of the people I'm going to be working with first. And so my attitude is going to be trying to get them to understand what we need to do, and basically putting the work before everyone's face so that we can all galvanize towards that particular function. And I think basically how we got to the point where we became a lot more aligned with each other was the fact that I took on the role and basically owned it 100%. It wasn't a stint. It wasn't about how quickly I was going to get off the work or how quickly I was going to be promoted. It was about how much work can I put in. And I recall one of the first few statements I made to the team I met on ground. I said, right here, it's a small enterprise, and so be sure that what's going to happen is that we're going to cook our own meals. We're going to decide how much we want to be paid as we go along. So from that mindset, I told my day one team that this wasn't about getting perks from an employer who had perks to give, for you doing the barest minimum. This was about coming here and paying yourself a salary you think you deserve by putting in the work. And that was it. And that's how we started to grow.
That's fantastic. So you studied chemical engineering at the Obafemi Awolowo University.
That's correct.
And you finished school and went right into consulting, business development and management consulting. With benefit of hindsight now, do you think you would be as entrepreneurial if you had, gotten engineering jobs and just followed that whole technical path right after school? Now that you can look back.
Yeah, sure. So I think the question of enterprise was sort of something that I had in me even before choosing to do engineering. I mean, my dad was an engineer, but at some point, in his career, even with a fantastic job, with the then tractor and equipment, and he had traveled and had quite a fantastic experience, being one of their senior engineers. He set out on his own at about age 40 and set up his own business. And so I'd seen that entrepreneurial thing, and I'd always wanted to have a part of it. Okay. So even while I was in the university, I tried my hands on a few entrepreneurial stints. I ran a driving school. That was the first thing I did.
Interesting.
So in my part 2, we had this 3 months break, and then I had a car with me, and I mean, there was really nothing to do. So I put together a poster and put it around campus, and I invited students who wanted to learn how to drive.
Fantastic.
And guess what? I had 30 students join.
Wow.
In fact, from time to time I meet people, maybe at the airport or in some office, and they're like,
you taught me how to drive.
You taught me how to drive.
Oh my, thinking, do I know you?
How could I trust you how to drive? I mean, do I know you? I mean, so I'd started doing entrepreneurial ventures, right? From university, I had about 3 entrepreneurial businesses I pushed at the time. I ran a stationery business. I also ran a mini property development business. We're providing hostel accommodations for pre-degree students at the time, and I started my stint in fashion.
I see. So I see where the all the entrepreneurship juice comes from. So it's not really okay. I mean, you would have learned things while working after school, but it's like it's inborn, And I find it so interesting that even with all that experience in school, you went ahead to gain employment, to work.
Yes.
I mean, because with all what you're saying you did in school, you knew you were an entrepreneur. Why was it so important for you to then get into, the workforce and work for people?
So I think a lot of people generally underestimate what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And I wasn't one to do that because I had literally experienced entrepreneurship at the most nitty-gritty level. While I was doing what I was doing on campus, I basically ran a lot of it myself, and I had a few partners who worked with me. But I knew that something was missing, which was structure. You needed to understand how to truly grow a business. There are many aspects of a business that people don't understand. I recall being at NYC camp, and I recall interacting with some, graduates who could barely write a CV, let alone a proposal. So all of that, I knew that these were vital skills, and getting an opportunity to work in a consulting firm was the best thing that happened to me at this early stage of my career. I literally advise any young person who is setting out that if you get an opportunity to work in a consulting firm, even if it's 1 year, put it in there because it stretches your mind. I think that it's a very, very important thing. I speak with a lot of young people in my line of work, and I always encourage that if you're starting a business, yes, you're very entrepreneurial, you have your ideas all structured, as much as possible, gain a little experience, no matter how
work
little.
Experience.
I think it's very important. Internship creates the kind of stability that nothing else creates. Having done it for someone else before, you are able to better do it for yourself, and that's just how it works.
Fantastic. Before we run, I'm going to ask you, I mean, you're the DMD of Skilled, it's obvious you're the one hiring, especially the top executives, in particular. So what do you look out for, especially for your experienced hires? That's people that will be working directly with you. What do you look out for when you're conducting those interviews?
Well, that's an interesting question because after this, I'm
running
into an interview. And I think one of the things I look out for, first of all, is, most of the interviews that come to my desk, some of the technical things have been done already by other managers. So I'm typically interviewing a candidate at the last stage. So HR has done some analysis or assessment. The technical head of unit has done some assessment. So when I'm looking at you across the table, I'm looking for one, genuineness, right? When I say genuineness, a lot of people will say stuff, but you want to see how really, really genuine this person is. Does this person come across to you as trying to sell to you. I mean, if you've been in marketing long enough, you know when somebody's trying to market to you.
Yeah.
And when somebody's genuinely telling
Just
you.
speaking from the heart.
Typically, I'm looking out for genuineness in your story. Not as much your technical capacity. Your technical capacity is important, but I'll assume that has been done. So I'll ask you just a few questions around technical. So I'm looking out for what's your attitude, what's your alignment with our goals, with our vision as a company. And usually, I do this, and I don't know if any other person does it, but when I see what I'm looking for with a candidate, I switch over and I'm making a pitch to the candidate. So I make a pitch to you. If I switch over and I'm making a pitch to a candidate.
So, you know, what you tell me now is, if anybody watching goes for an interview, even if the interviewer doesn't pitch, I'll use your word now, pitch the organization to you, is it advice that you ask, what's the next step for the company?
Absolutely.
That's a smart thing to do,
I
right?
think when you do that, you typically put executives or managers in a position to truly tell you how passionate they are about the business.
Yes.
And I think for the most part, anyone who is hiring and gets that kind of question will typically be drawn out to say, you know, the real reasons why you even need that role in the first place. You understand? Because then you are trying to walk that particular candidate through the story to get to the point where you need to hire that particular role or to hire for that particular position. So I think that is a very intelligent question to ask, and I will advise anybody who is interviewing to ask what the direction of the company is. Yes, it might be, you know, you may see some fancy statements on the walls, you know, vision, mission, and all that. But when you ask that question, what's the next 3 to 5 years for this organization? You're bringing out that manager to say a lot more, you know, and to give you a better sense of why you should join the organization or why not.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much, Tayo. It's been fabulous chatting with you, and we have learned so much. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Yes. Of course, Tayo isn't going anywhere yet. He'll be going head-to-head with Afyong, so stay tuned, and we'll get binging soon. Culture, everything. See you when I get back. Obitu dance of the Ondo people in southwestern Nigeria. Let's give it up for Ondo State people. You would typically find the Obitu dance, done by brides during the Obitu festival. Did you know that, Dandy?
No, I didn't.
Any other thing? Do you know anything about?
Yes, in fact, I do know that Ondo happens to be the largest producer of cocoa in Nigeria.
Definitely. When you hear Ondo, think of cocoa. All right, are we eating some Ondo food today?
Of course,
All
no
right,
better way.
I'm coming over. Hello, Chef Rotimi. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good, I'm fine. I'm
You look
good.
wonderful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do you have for us today?
I have okra, but it's called ilala sipo.
Alasipo.
Yes,
What does that mean?
Asipo means cooked together. So it's usually a meal where the principal ingredient is okra, but you have a lot of other things, oil, iru. Iru is very important. They don't
That's
joke with
locust
their
beans.
iru. Locust beans, yes. Oil, iru, stock, fish, a couple of other things, just to make it taste really good.
When you say they don't joke with their locust beans, that's Iru. Who are you speaking
Yes.
of? The
The
Obitu
Obitu people, yes.
Ah,
Yes.
The
It's a-
Obitu people of Ondo State.
Of Ondo State, yes. It's a very fundamental ingredient because they actually also grow it in large quantities and they are one of the largest producers of locust beans as well.
I see. And we're having it with
Pounded yam.
pounded yam.
Yep.
Can we dig in already?
Please, please,
Thank you, thank you,
please.
thank you, thank you. There's nothing like pounded yam.
Nothing like.
All right. So, Obitu people, I will tell you how this tastes.
What do you think?
This is very good. Chef Rotimi, you have to teach us something today. How do we ensure to always have this sort of consistency, the drawing, how do we ensure it in our own kitchens?
So a very simple trick, the okra itself. If your okra is too old, it's going to be woody. When it's woody, it's not going to give you that consistency.
How do I make
But a
sure
simple
it's-
trick to do, when you
Yeah.
buy it at the market, you just break off the top. See, example, this one is a woody piece.
Also, if it breaks, it's woody.
No, if it breaks, if it snaps, see, this one snaps.
So when it snaps, it's
snaps,
going to draw.
you know it's fresh, yes.
So when it's not
something-
fresh, it doesn't draw.
Yes, yes. It's a very simple
You
thing,
know
something
we all-
you can look out for.
You can always trust us to give you the food tips every time on the show. I will keep munching. I will keep munching, but go check the recipe out on our social media platforms as the BWG show. Make your own ila asekpo and pounded yam and let us know how it goes. Chef Rotimi has given you some good tips, so try it at home. Yes. It's that time of the show again where we meet good people. Good people are folks changing community one person at a time. And I have someone really special with me here today. David Folaranmi is the founder of David Folaranmi Foundation, and they provide drug abuse education, treatment, and social development scholarships to drug abuse victims. Yes, this one is a very special one. Please welcome to the show, David Folaranmi. Yes. I'm so excited to have you here.
So am I.
Yes. First of all, I think it's fair to say that David Folaranmi was actually recommended to us on our BWG show page. So when we tell you to tell us about the good people now you know they come on the show. Can we clap for David Folaranmi, please? Yes. Yeah, so I'm very excited about how we got to know about your story, because we always announce, get on our social media at the BWG show, tell us amazing people are around you, what they're doing, and they'll probably be on the show, so you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, so interesting story, and I'm so happy you're sitting here having overcome. You started taking drugs, more like you got into drug abuse in school. So first of all, I want to know, what school? Was it secondary, university, and were you schooling in Nigeria or somewhere else?
At the time, I was in the UK. I was doing my master's in London, Brunel University.
I see.
Yes, so I had a Spanish roommate and an Italian roommate. So
Hey.
they did so much drugs. And then that was actually when I got exposed to drug use, mushrooms, ketamine, MDMA, cocaine, and the likes. But then I didn't get addicted at that time. I got back to Nigeria in August of 2011 for a program, a wedding. And a friend introduced me to crack cocaine. So that actually started the addiction.
Wow. You said you were doing your master's.
Yes, I was.
I would have thought that it was only kids that got influenced that way. How come?
But then that's the irony. If it gets you at any time of your life and you just can't say no at that time, then you get addicted. I know people who started doing drugs at the age of 50 or 60. Yeah. So it spans across all age groups from primary schools to PhD students.
Right now, I'm curious. So, what are some of what makes you susceptible to taking these drugs in the first place? Is there maybe emotions? What exactly?
Yes, like I found out, and I like to tell people, there's always an underlying issue. We started using that word a lot since COVID, an underlying issue. So it's either an emotional problem, like you said, a family issue, a sort of mental illness, conformity or depression or something. You know, nobody just wants to wake up and say, I'm going to use drugs today. But then there's something affecting you inside of you, and then at that time, someone offers you drugs, and you just want to find solace in using drugs, and then all of a sudden, you just find out that you're addicted and you can't get out of it.
So what exactly does your foundation do for drug victims?
First of all, what we actually started doing was education and enlightenment. We go to schools, youth gatherings, religious gatherings, motor parks, street walks, just educating the general population about the ills of drug abuse and its consequences, its repercussions, the causes, the trends, and evidence-based preventive measures. But then when we started doing this, we noticed that people come out and say, look, I'm using already, so what you're teaching me can't help me. I'm already in the problem, so I need help. So then we started doing counseling, therapy, and in recent weeks we started psychotherapy, and then we're also going into treatment. That's proper rehabilitation, yes.
Amazing. What did becoming an addict do to you? How low did it take you?
It wrecked me, to be honest. Financially, I think I was telling somebody the other day, I think I spent in excess of 10 million naira.
For
In the
how
space
many
of
years?
7 years, yeah.
Wow.
In the space of 7 years. I sold cars, sold a house,
Oh
sold my entire property. I was owing everybody I knew. So that's just the financial aspect. And the thing with money is you can always make more money. But then, socially, I was a wreck. I was estranged from my family. You know, I started living in the bunk, which is the lowest part you can get to when you start living in these drug houses. So, yes,
So what's a bunk?
A bunk is these drug dens where drug users and drug dealers live together. There's when you get to a stage where you can't go home anymore because once you wake up, you need to get a fix. So you just stay there because once you wake up, the dealer is next to you and you don't need to call anybody. So it got to a point where I started living there, and I think that was the lowest point I got to in my life because everything horrible goes on in the bunks.
How did you get out of this?
When did you decide to get
Yes.
Oh, well, like I said, this spanned almost 7 years. So I had been fighting this, and then my mom, because every drug user needs a firm support system. In my case, it was my mom, God bless her heart, and my pastor. They never threw me out. They were always willing to take me back. So my mom will always come to the bunks. She'll park her car on the road, take a bike, because there are 5 bunks in that region. So she'll just be going from place to place looking for me. And most times when she comes out to look for me, I'll start running, because if you know the bunks very well, they're all connected. So when she comes to one bunk and they tell me, look, your mom is outside, I'll go through to another place, and you know. But then this particular time in 2017, August, I was spent. Like I was spent. I was tired. So I was told she was around, and I decided to come out. And you know, we went through the whole process of crying, and then she was crying, and I was crying, and we took a drive home. And on my way home, I just said to myself, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to take my life. You know, so when we got to our estate, as usual, she would tell the security, don't let him out. We go into the house, she had changed the locks, because most times I'm locked up, but sometimes I jump through the roof. If you notice I limp a bit, it's because I jumped through the roof to go and get drugs. So she locked the house. I didn't care because I'd made up my mind about what I wanted to do. So as soon as she went upstairs, I mixed bleach and poison, and I put in a bottle of Coke. I wrote a suicide note and said, look, I'm sorry I'm doing this. My life has become a mess. I don't want to continue. I'm sorry to my family. I'm sorry to the church. I'm sorry to my friends. I'm sorry to everybody that I've embarrassed. And then I drank the Coke, the mixture of what I did. And then just as I did, I fell down. The bottle dropped. It broke. And just about that time, my brother came in. And he shouldn't have even been in town. You know, and he just came in. And as soon as he came in, he saw I was rolling on the floor. I was foaming from my mouth. And he saw the suicide note and he called for help. So him and my mom took me to Federal Medical Center in Abuja, in Jabi, Abuja. So before I got there, I'd passed out, you know. So I was there for 3 days. I didn't know I was there for 3 days. But then when I woke up, I saw my mom by my side praying. She was still in the same wrapper, just over her chest, that she took me to the hospital in. So I actually thought it was the same day, because why would anybody be wearing the same wrapper? So I said, oh God, I'm awake again. I'm going to still kill myself. You know, but then I saw her praying and she made a prayer. I heard her say, oh God, if you could give my son back to me, then you can take my life, if that will make him better. So when I heard that, I was a bit emotional and I just told God to help me. And I said, if you help me come out of this, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to helping other people avoid
And that's
the
what
mistakes.
you have done. Can we give Folaranmi a clap? Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm almost moved to tears because I'm a mom myself. I can't imagine what she went through. But I'm happy that you can sit here today. And you're not just sitting here as a victor. You are helping others get out of it.
Exactly.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank
you. Wow. We know good people. If you know anyone changing community, one person at a time, 5 people at a time, hit us up on our social media at the BWG Show. We want to know them, and who knows, they may just be with us on the show, just like David Folaranmi. I'll be back, and you know it'll be game time, so don't move a muscle. See you when I get back. Welcome back to the show. I'm excited. Can you see? Yes, yes, yes. It's game time, people! Yay! I cannot wait. Who is going to win? We do not know. Is it the corporate or the entrepreneurs? We do not. Afyong, do you think you'll be taking this?
Yes.
I love that. I love that confidence. Yes. She did not even miss a beat. She said yes. Tayo, what do you think? Would you be winning?
Well.
Don't well it now. Just say yes.
Yes, I'll win.
All right, so the game is builders. Easy peasy. You have 21 cups there. We would want you to build 6 steps. Preferably, it will be easier for you if you build 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. And once you stack it up, no falling down, nothing, the first person to do that is our winner.
Okay.
We're good, right?
Yeah.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
It's going well, it's going well. Yes, we're still on the same. I'm the commentator, yeah. Yes, we're getting there. We don't know our winner yet. It's still happening. I love the red cups, by the way. Oh my gosh, we're about to have a winner. Oh my gosh. We're about to have a winner. Oh my gosh. Who is gonna win? I don't know. Oh my gosh! I am proud of you.
Great.
Social distancing, thank you. Well, I'm so proud of you guys. That was so close. Well done, Afyong.
Thank you.
Yes, well done. Yes, of course, I didn't allow them shake hands because we're still social distancing. Yes, but yes, well done. And we have a lovely gift for you. We love you. Thank you for winning. Yay!
Great.
I mean, Tayo, this is very much in line with what you do every day, stationery and all of that.
Yeah,
So you'll be fine. You go do more at work. I know.
Not a
well
problem.
done. Well done.
Thank
it was.
you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. It was so great chatting with you, Tayo. We've learned so much. We've learned how to be employees and then eventually become business owners while at it. And Afyong, you are an inspiration. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.